What's up, my peeps? I bring to you my second WWE 2K14 online matchup. And if you haven't checked out the first one, check that one out. It's the same opponent I'm facing right here. I'm playing as Dolph Ziggler, facing off against Seth Rollins. The guy that was playing Seth Rollins in this match was playing as Kofi Kingston in the previous matchup, my first online match. Check out the result of that match. And then, I offered a rematch. He accepted, and this is the rematch. Except this time, I'm playing as Dolph instead of Antonio Cesaro. He's playing as Seth Rollins instead of Kofi Kingston. So yeah, I was talking about a bunch of things in my first online matchup, talking about the reversal system, this and that. So I wanted to continue on that, talk about that just a little bit more, because I kind of ran out of time in the first video. So, yeah, the reversal system, I actually want to go back to something I said. I stated that if you were really good at reversals in WWE 13, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be really good at the reversals in 2K14. Now, that doesn't mean that you'll go from really good to completely terrible at reversing things. I just wanted to clarify that in case anybody thinks that's what I'm saying, because that's not what I'm saying, for a couple of reasons. For one, there's still a few moves I find that have the same reversal timing. So pretty much, if you were good at reversing running moves in WWE 13, you're going to find that you're still good at reversing running moves in 2K14. Because for the amount of time I played, I noticed that when it comes to reversing running moves, it's pretty much the same reversal timing as WWE 13. It hasn't really changed. Actually, if you were good at reversing running moves in WWE 13, or even if you were bad at reversing moves in WWE 13, or running moves, I should say, it's actually easier in 2K14 because you can stop running moves with strikes. I played a few matches and my opponent was running at me. I simply punched him and stopped him right in his tracks. So it seems that any strike, if an opponent's running at you, you can either try and counter it, try and time like a punch, a drop kick, or anything, and take him down. Also, I noticed that if your opponent runs at you, you can also press the Irish whip button, and if you time that right, you'll counter the running moves. So it's a bit easier than WWE13 to counter running moves in this game. And then also, when it comes to just counters in general, the option to counter, you can finally, this is something that's, as far as I know, I'm pretty sure I'm right on this, you could never counter when your opponent would Irish whip you onto the ring post. Now you can finally counter that. To be specific, actually, it's not when your opponent Irish whips you, but when you're actually on the ring post. So if your opponent Irish whips you on the ring post and then tries to grapple you, you can finally counter that. And also, you might have been bad at countering a few things before, and now you find yourself, you're pretty good at countering these now. And this is kind of the case for me for grapples when you're down. You see, in WWE 13, I'd say I was pretty good at countering, like, grapples, groggy grapples, pretty much grapples when I was standing up. But when I was down and my opponent would try grapple, I wasn't too good at countering that. This year, though, like I said, with the change in the reversal timing, it's actually in my favor. It allows me to counter these moves a lot more than I did in WWE 13. Now, personally, when it comes to running attacks when I'm in the corner, when I'm in the turnbuckle, I find those harder to counter than in 13. But of course, that might be the opposite for you. Really, that boils down to if the reversal timing for said move, favors you or not. So anyways, enough talk about the reversal. Video is pretty much over anyways. I hit the zigzag on Seth Rollins, cover him, and win the matchup, so I get my revenge. He beat me in our first match, so I just had to make up for that loss. And then after this match, we did a few tag team matches. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, if you did, you can click that like button down below. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe for more 2K14 gameplay, and I'm out. See you guys.